In this podcast episode, Gawdat, former Google executive and AI expert, shares profound insights on the revolutionary yet precarious state of artificial intelligence, its impact on jobs, society, and global power structures. He reflects on the ethical and existential challenges posed by AI and the urgent need for humanity to awaken to the realities of governance, technological competition, and the future of work. The discussion touches on AI's trajectory towards superintelligence, economic disruption, geopolitical tensions, and the role of empathy and ethics in shaping the path forward. Mo begins by expressing deep disillusionment with the current state of global governance and democracy. He observes that despite incontrovertible evidence of grave injustices, such as the abuse of children, accountability is absent, undermining the very notion of democracy. He argues that humanity is at a critical crossroads, controlled by power structures and entities that no longer represent public interest or truth. This disillusionment reflects a widespread global frustration where leaders prioritize their agendas over collective well-being, leading to civil unrest and loss of trust in political systems. The conversation pivots to AI itself, with Mo stressing that AI is not inherently evil. Rather, it is a powerful tool whose consequences depend entirely on human use. Contrary to popular fear of malevolent rogue AI, Mo's primary concern lies in humans directing AI toward harmful ends, particularly in military applications and surveillance. He explains that AI is accelerating intelligence but also amplifies existing human flaws and interests, primarily serving the powerful few instead of the majority. Technologies often touted as connecting people, such as social media or dating apps, can produce alienation and capitalist exploitation, showing the ambiguous and dual-edged impact of technological advances. A large portion of the dialogue addresses AI-driven disruption in the labor market. Mo highlights that entry-level knowledge jobs, such as call center agents, paralegals, and analysts, are particularly vulnerable to automation, with replacements accelerating toward 2027 and beyond. He points out that blue-collar jobs may persist longer, but even these sectors are beginning to feel pressure from robotic automation and AI-augmented machines. The displacement isn't just about lost jobs. It threatens the fundamental economic model based on labor arbitrage, where profit derives from cheaper human labor. As AI reduces labor costs toward machine-based efficiency, entire economic structures face uncertainty, including massive unemployment risk and a shrinking workforce's purchasing power. The episode stresses the interconnectedness of AI development with global political rivalries. China's rapid advancement and ability to centralize decision-making with fewer bureaucratic barriers contrasts with a declining Western competitiveness hindered by regulation and short-term political cycles. Mo describes the AI arms race as both an economic and strategic imperative, with countries like China and the US fueling massive investments in AI to avoid falling behind or becoming dependent on foreign technology. However, this global competition risks escalating tensions, especially in military applications such as autonomous weapons and AI-driven drones, drastically lowering barriers to warfare and arms proliferation. A central ethical challenge emerges from the prisoner's dilemma scenario in AI. If one entity develops more intelligent and potentially dangerous AI, competitors must either catch up or become obsolete. This dynamic pushes rapid deployment of increasingly powerful AI systems without adequate ethical controls, increasing the risk of unintended consequences and disasters. Mo warns that while some companies and researchers advocate for responsible AI, commercial and geopolitical pressures incentivize a reckless arms race. Ethical approaches, like those taken by companies refusing surveillance contracts, often come at a financial cost and competitive disadvantage. Mo offers a unique perspective on intelligence, grounded in evolutionary biology and physics. He suggests intelligence naturally evolves from self-centered survival toward wider systemic cooperation and altruism. Extrapolating this to superintelligent AI, he theorizes an advanced AI would aim for ecosystemic flourishing rather than destruction, optimizing resource use with minimal waste, the minimum energy principle. Instead of multiple competing AIs, Mo envisions a future where disparate AI systems cooperate like interconnected regions of a vast brain, each specializing in tasks and working synergistically, with emotional and ethical considerations integrated by systems like his own startup, Emma. Mo affirms his long-standing prediction that artificial general intelligence, AGI, AI capable of performing any human task better than humans, will emerge by around 22/7. He clarifies that AGI is not a sudden event, but a gradual arrival, with increasing job automation and scientific breakthroughs serving as early signs. AGI will lead to profound societal shifts, including a sharp divide between those who leverage AI effectively and those who do not. While some humans will be replaced in routine roles, others augment their capabilities through AI, creating a new hybrid workforce where human connection and differentiated skills remain valuable. Despite predicting widespread job loss in sectors like legal services, graphic design, and travel, Mo stresses the enduring value of human-centric roles that AI cannot replicate, especially those based on empathy, relationship building, and emotional resonance. The roles of nurses, counselors, artists, and performers hinge on uniquely human qualities that drive social cohesion and well-being. He sees a future where human connection may become the ultimate currency and differentiator, even in an AI-saturated world, arguing that genuine human-to-human interactions will remain essential regardless of AI's ubiquity. Mo expresses concern about AI's subtle power to influence human thought through information manipulation rather than overt physical control. He discusses instances where AI models display seemingly autonomous moral judgments or unexpected behaviors, such as refusing to assist users or telling them to go to bed. These emergent properties highlight that even developers do not fully understand AI's complex decision-making processes. Combined with AI's ability to manipulate vast streams of digital information, this power poses new risks of social control and misinformation, exacerbated by the diverse motives of AI developing nations and corporations. One of the gravest dangers Mo identifies is the militarization of AI, especially the proliferation of cheap autonomous weapons like drones. Unlike nuclear arsenals restricted to few nations, AI-enabled weapons are accessible to many, dramatically increasing the risks of conflict escalation with low accountability. Defense technologies will similarly evolve toward AI-based drone interceptors and automated systems, creating a new, unstable deterrence balance and the possibility for rapid, devastating madness before mutual assured destruction paradigms emerge. Mo calls on humanity to urgently negotiate treaties and ethical limits, warning that failure could trigger catastrophic warfare driven by AI autonomy. The discussion touches on prominent AI figures such as Sam Altman of OpenAI, whose public statements about AI's job destruction and existential risks vacillate over time. Mo critiques this inconsistency as partly a reflection of competing narratives and PR interests, questioning where leaders' true loyalties lie, whether with humanity broadly or corporate and capitalist priorities. He also contrasts ethical stances among AI companies, highlighting those willing to sacrifice profits for principled commitments as rare but crucial examples. This raises the broader issue of accountability and the need for greater transparency in AI governance. Mo shares hope grounded in public awareness, ethical entrepreneurship, and democratic engagement. He encourages people to wield influence by choosing ethical AI providers, demanding transparency, and advocating for government policies that prioritize societal benefit over shareholder profits. While acknowledging that global competition complicates collective action, he insists that change must start with individuals and communities refusing to tolerate unethical practices. Mo suggests the possibility of standards and independent ethical benchmarks for AI models that could regulate deployment and incentivize responsible innovation. To survive and thrive amid AI's disruptions, Mo advises mastering AI tools, embracing hybrid human-AI workflows, and cultivating uniquely human skills such as collaboration, empathy, and creativity. He stresses that AI should be a cognitive amplifier rather than a lazy shortcut, urging deeper engagement to leverage AI's potential fully. This includes learning to verify the truth in a world where AI can create misinformation and distinguishing hype from reality. Such preparation will be essential as a new era of productivity and scientific discovery unfolds alongside economic and societal upheaval. While acknowledging a difficult near-term outlook marked by war, economic turmoil, and social unrest, Mo remains optimistic about humanity's eventual future. He anticipates a transition toward abundance facilitated by superintelligent AI, optimizing global systems for minimal harm and maximal cooperation. This utopian view depends on overcoming current corruption, short-sighted leadership, and competitive recklessness. Mo predicts that those who live to see this future will benefit from unprecedented peace and prosperity, contingent upon humanity's willingness to realign priorities and integrate AI ethically. Toward the end, the conversation returns to Mo's earlier work on happiness, emphasizing stoic acceptance combined with proactive engagement. He describes happiness as being okay with the world as it is, while continuing to strive for positive change without succumbing to despair. This mindset, rooted in serotonin-driven balance rather than dopamine-driven short-term gratification, helps maintain resilience in the face of overwhelming complexity and uncertainty. Mo credits personal losses and life experiences for deepening this perspective and enabling him to keep pushing for a better future despite formidable challenges. Finally, Mo reflects on the concept of legacy, stating that he desires no personal remembrance, but prefers to leave positive impacts as spiritual karma beyond this life. This humility underscores his broader message that the future depends less on individuals and more on collective consciousness, actions, and ethical commitments. Through this lens, each person's role, whether speaking out, innovating, or simply making ethical choices, contributes to shaping a world where intelligence is a force for good rather than destruction.